You swinging cats out there in the jazz universe, thank you so much for joining me here again on another Saturday live stream on the Jazzmentl YouTube channel. Thanks so much for being here and taking the time out of your busy day. I'll give a quick shout out to many of you deeply committed people who are here week to week in the chat area. If you're new and this is your first masterclass with us, then introduce yourself to us in the chat area. We typically like to show up with our name and where we're from, and that's where we communicate and ask questions and get some feedback on the day's events, which are packed full of cool stuff today. The first thing we're going to do, maybe not the first thing, but some of the things that we're going to do are we're going to give away another quartet bundle, which is the great backing track app by the great quartet people in the UK. We're also going to do an end reveal so that you have a reason to stick around to the end. I'm going to share my favorite Oscar Peterson lick. It's my go-to. You might actually hear it throughout the performances today. And again, I'll give a quick shout out to many of you in just a second. Also, I'm going to put a link to the sheet music, which is free today. It's a full arrangement of It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got the Swing. Some of the things we're going to talk about today, of course, is swing and how Oscar approaches playing jazz blues in that probably composition that maybe started swing. I don't know. I mean, obviously swing existed before that, but think about the name of the tune, right? It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. And I agree with that statement, actually. And it's not just for swing tunes, it's for all of jazz. What else are we going to do today? We're going to take your questions. We are going to play a couple of versions of it. I'm going to start off in just a moment by playing the tune. Let's do the sound check first, get it out of the way. If you can hear my voice fine, please let me know that. And then if you can hear the piano okay and it's not distorting and it's a decent volume, please kick me back some quick and helpful feedback. I cannot do these live streams without you because, hey, I'm not in a full-blown studio. I'm in my home studio and I don't have an engineer behind the window to tell me these things. So you have to let me know if you can hear it okay. While I'm waiting for some feedback on that, okay, voice and piano sounds great. Thanks so much. I appreciate the feedback. Let me post today's sheet music link in the chat area. You will need an email address to grab this one. Bunch of reasons for that. I'm not going to go into it all, but there you go. And I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat and put a notice on your screen to let you know that it's there. Today's download link pinned to the top of the chat. Please go and download it. Let me know, by the way, if you were successful in downloading it. If for any reason the site lags, which it shouldn't, we've been doing a lot of work on that lately. It shouldn't lag, but if it does, give it a minute, go back, download it. You have till the end of the session today to grab your sheet music. All right, before I play, let's just give a quick shout out to many of you in the chat who are here week to week and even the new people. So let's go down the list. So we've got Amadeo from Italy, and can't read the name, but Rochester. Got Chris from Santiago, Chile. Nice to see you. Shell from Detroit. Rich from Hawaii. Nice to see you. Tom, Mexico. Nice. Got Top of the Triangle, North Carolina, Switzerland, Toronto. Wow, Mark from Toronto. Nice to see you. I'm not sure how many times you've been here, but that looks new. I'm not sure. Anyway, Buenos Aires, Cincinnati. More from Switzerland, Spain. Oh my goodness. We're all over the place today. All right, well, I missed many of you, and I apologize for that. Oh, hey, Esther, how you doing? And yeah. Who says can't download it? Why can't you download it? Give me an explanation. Hopefully somebody can grab it. Let me go and see myself. go to site. Well, the link works, and I tested the download before I started today, so hopefully it'll work. Just give it a minute. I'm going to start playing, and I'm going to play a version of It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. I'm not entirely warmed up because I had getting ready to actually go away for a few days. And yeah, let's see how this goes. There were definitely some clear signs of not warming up in there, but that's okay. We got it out. I hope you had some fun with that, listening to it. I don't know. Maybe you could point out some of the things that you noticed about the playing, about this particular style of music, which is definitely swing. Obviously, some left-hand bass things going on, which is kind of nice. And a few comments like, wow, and it's Ben from Boston. Okay. Let me throw the sheet music up on the screen and hi from Spain. Can't catch the name. You know, by the way, for me, at least in the chat, it's like white lettering on black background. And the name, which says at whatever name it is, very hard for me to read that without like throwing some reading glasses on and getting close to the screen. So sometimes it's helpful if you put your name also in the larger letters which appear beside the at symbol, which would be really nice because then I can read the name and go, hey, who it is from wherever is good. Right. All right. Like Isidoro just did from Italy. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. The swinging off lick at the end sounds like Oscar. Yeah. I mean, I'm not Oscar. There's only one Oscar Peterson, and there's only one Bill Evans, and there's only one Keith Jarrett. There's only one Paul Toby. We all play a little bit differently, but it's nice to kind of borrow styles from each of them. So let's take a look at the sheet music, which is somewhere. Sheet music. There you go. So the thing you'll notice about this arrangement, and I'm just going to go through it very quickly because you can learn it at your own speed and your own pace. But the thing I like about it is with that line cliche at A section where it's like, this voicing on the D7 chord, it's got a sharp 11 in there, which is kind of nice. One more time. So the left hand just kind of like plays the bass note, starts on the fourth finger, and then play the chord. Hold that left one down. Now, the interesting thing about the C7 over E section is like, it's nice playing block chords. You probably also noticed that instead of C7 over E, I made C and then came up to C sharp. It's almost the same thing. You can use any real chord changes you want, one or the other, C7 over E, or start with C and come back up. It's up to you. This particular version starts on E and goes down. So one more time. Play that down an octave if you wanted to. Yeah, we can see that all on our screen. Hey, Allison. Great, happy Saturday music. Nice, interesting left-hand voicings. Agree with Jerry that the ending lick was great. Loved the swing, so consistent. I'm not sure what ending lick you're talking about. What did I play? Something like that. I'm not sure what I played. I'll have to listen back to it, but that's the second person who points that out. Really dig the descending doo-wah chords. Yeah. It's actually what we call a line cliche. So it's like G minor to G minor major 7th, right? You go up, play it up here. G minor major 7, G minor 7, G minor 6. That's basically how that works. Except just put in the bass. The interesting thing I find about the chord changes for starters is when it goes like this on E flat 7, right? You can play any E flat 7 chord you want there, right? If you play E flat 7 with a sharp 11, it sounds like this, and then you just sidestep it by a half step. That's actually a cool thing. Let's do that. Nice. I like that. D7, E flat 7, sharp 11, and just sidestep it, which is kind of fun. I think, was it Jerry that asked for that sidestepping thing a couple of weeks ago? Okay. And then it repeats at B section, same thing. The only thing is the ending is a bit different. So instead of going like this and ending on D7, it actually resolves to B flat 7, which gets us into the bridge. So it goes, let's see. And I put this B major 7 chord in there. That's interesting. I don't think you'll find that in any other arrangement of this tune. Certainly not in the lead sheet. But that B flat 7 is kind of nice. Kind of resolves half step up from B flat 7. So one more time. Resolving to B flat 6. And then in the bridge, we have a 2-5-1 of E flat. There's a bass line in there. I just threw that in for fun. Maybe we can do it. Right? You can play whatever bass line you want there. It's just a suggestion. Everything here is just a suggestion. Kind of like red lights. And then it goes a 2-5-1 of F, but it doesn't go to F, it goes to F7. So G minor. And then it goes up to here. And then back. So the bridge is kind of fun. Obviously, it's an AABA tune. Okay. So that's the tune, and that's the sheet music arrangement that I've given to you. We'll talk a little bit later about what's on the 4th page, which is an offer for After You've Gone, which just came in this week. PJ just finished the transcription. Actually, he said it almost killed him. I don't know. I listened back to it and I can understand why, because not in a million years would I even be able to begin to transcribe my own music. So he's a genius at it, and he just sent it to me like yesterday. So it's ready to go for those of you that want to make an investment in your own playing. It's the tune After You've Gone. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Modi says, been hearing and doing line cliches and never knew what it was called. Yeah, I got mine back in the day listening to Oscar and George Shearing. Thank you. Yeah, there's 2 different players. Oscar and George Shearing. They're like worlds apart. Anyway, let's do something here. What happened to my sheet music? Oh, there it is. So one of the things that we have to do before we start to talk about how Oscar would approach this thing is the most swinging playing that you can ever have. And it doesn't matter whether you're playing a left-hand bass line or whether you're playing this line cliche. the accents are on 2 and 4. So it's not this. It's this. Now, in your head, the swing is on the and of 2 and the and of 4. So what I would suggest as a little exercise is that, and I don't want you to get distracted with the sheet music, so I'm just going to take it off the screen for right now. Just watch my fingers here for a second. So all we're going to do is just do this. Remember, the accent is not here. It's here. And it's not just an accent, it's a feel. And in the right hand, what you want to do is just on the blues scale, which is this. G, B flat, C, D flat, D, and G, right? All you want to do is run eighth notes, like some kind of eighth note pattern. Notice, even I'm not really thinking about the left hand, but just listen to the left hand while the right hand is doing its thing. Don't pay attention to the right hand. Just make it, throw it off in the background. I'll even play it really quiet, but listen to how the left hand accents 2 and 4. Somebody asked, what is the style of the bass line in the bridge called? It's called a walking bass line, where it does this. So it's just like, it walks up a note on every beat. Right. Not sure what Emoti means by nice change up, but whatever. Maybe you could clarify. Okay. So, as an exercise, I think that's a brilliant one. Hey, Kurt from Switzerland. Right. So that's step one. Step one is Get the accents on 2 and 4. I know we talk about this before, but I really want to beat a dead horse on this one, because even when I receive submissions from our advanced people in the paid masterclass, I find still that a lot of them are lacking swing. Now, I'm not trying to pick on anybody. I'm just trying to say swing is in here. It can't be explained other than the way that I'm explaining it. I've explained it maybe to death, but at the end of the day, you still have to feel it. Because I find people swing backwards like this. That's backwards. This is swing. Here's backwards. And even though the duration of the notes are the same, although the second one is quite exaggerated, the incorrect one, even though I'm exaggerating it, the duration of the notes is essentially the same. It's where the accent and the feel is that makes the difference. Now, this is not a beginner concept. Most people in their whole lives will never swing. I'm only saying that because not everyone takes the time and the effort to put in the listening that it takes to get there. You have to listen to Oscar Peterson. You have to listen to Errol Garner. You have to listen to these players and discover the feeling inside in order for it to evolve into your own playing. The only thing that I would suggest to you is that you follow the rules. Put the accents on 2 and 4. And then every other note in the scale. Listen to that. Beep, ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. That's on the and, right? Does that make sense? Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, ba, ba. Nice. I don't know if I did that right, but it looks good. C Jam Blues, same thing. Right? Ba, do, ba, do, da, boo, ba, ba, ba. So this is it. This is on, it's on the beat, but the accent is on the second part. I don't mean to get carried away, but yeah, it's a great exercise because you're going to hear a lot of players accent on the beat, right? It's actually not that. It's gross exaggeration, but That's where the accents are. So those two things together, right? You could even do it on this, right? Okay. Then, and that's all there is to the A section. It's really just that the whole thing G minor. When you get to the C7 chord, you know, what I would say is just play the scale or the chord. Interesting thing about this C sharp 7 chord, it's actually an A7 flat 9 chord. It's over C sharp, which is why it's called C sharp diminished 7th, but this is basically the chord, and then any inversions you want. Right, all of those inversions are valid. So A flat 7 with a flat 9. 3rd, 5th, 7th, and flat 9 of A7. So C7, A7 flat 9 to B flat, and then to the D7 chord getting back to G. And then that's the whole tune. Now, the second time through it, I didn't go to B flat, but it's just a 2-5-1, like C minor to F7 over B, which is the tritone substitution, getting to B flat. And then the bridge, which is more fun and easier, actually maybe not easier than the G blues scale, but it's a 2-5-1 of E flat. Okay, and then a 2-5-1 of F. And then to D7, sharp 9, makes a great chord, and then back to G. Okay. Let's do a quick walking bass line over the bridge, and that kind of covers the whole tune. When you play the first part, you don't need to do a walking bass line. I like to switch to it at the bridge just to kind of help the listener along with a little bit of bass, but basically the head section or the A section goes like this. And then again. Then when you get to the bridge, go way down. I know that's off your screen, but go down to F and then just walk a bass line up to B flat and then back down to E flat, like that. Notice the accent is on 2, right? 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. That's it. And do the same thing on G minor. So let's first do E flat. To 2-5-1 of F. Okay. Let's do the bridge. So this time, instead of playing melody, we're going to solo. And just put a loop around that. And that's how I would practice that tune, right? Just simple blocking bass lines. This, by the way, is just a chord. Passing note. And then go do it again. Okay, once you've got that, that's the form of the tune. Then you can start to solo over top of each section with the bass line and this sort of stride playing. I know it's not real stride. Stride is like this, which I've never been really good at because it's something that I don't practice. But it is stride because it's like bass line, bass, and then chord. Ending on B flat. Once that's down, then you can start to do little Oscar things. So the one thing that you have to figure out is how to do this. It's called, I don't actually even know the proper term for it. Maybe it's called a turn, I'm not sure. But basically, if you pick any note of like a chord tone, so let's say it's G minor. What you want to do is you want to do little, so basically it's like it's an eighth note, and then, it's not an eighth note, it's a 16th note, and then triplet 16th notes, ending on the same note. And then follow it up with eighth notes, right? The Boston-based pianist Dave McKenna was a master of fake stride. I thought it was the real thing for years. Interesting. Actually, I'm not a huge listener of Dave McKenna's music, but I know who you're talking about for sure. Hey, Rick from Miami. Nice to see you. We're in the middle of discussing swing and how it comes out of the tune. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got this swing. And what we're doing right now is we're figuring out how, not just with eighth notes, like these are eighth notes. That's eighth notes. What we want to do is add more Oscar flair to it. And the one thing you have to do is any chord tone, or really any note, but chord tones work the best, like on the F7 chord. So it's held a little bit longer on the first hit, and then triplets back to the destination note. There's actually a tune that does that. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway. Hear that? Vibing? Yes, we're vibing. Reviving on Oscar Peterson. And then the addition to, oh yeah, Song for My Father, you're right. I wish I could literally like pull it out of my head. Maybe I can. Trying to remember how it actually goes and what key it's normally. I haven't played that tune in a freaking 100 years. But anyway. Maybe I can find it. Be fun to play something else, wouldn't it? Let's see. Yeah, that's it. So if you actually grab, it's actually written like that, right? It's like 8th note and then triplet 16th notes, which is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just doing it double, right? Sorry. Nope, that's not right. Okay, let's get this. It's kind of like blues scale, right? Except it's got more notes in there than blues scale, but it's there, right? Right. So if you want to know how it's actually written, what I'm talking about this, you have to go and look at the tune Song for My Father, because that's the perfect example of what I'm actually talking about. Okay. Back to It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got the Swing. Actually, that would make a good masterclass too, because that's actually bossa nova. It's actually bossa, so it's not swing. So, but it still has that same feel, right? Okay. Okay, we're getting on in the session, so let's do something. Let's do a draw. I'm going to draw for the free complimentary entire package of 4 bundles of Quartet app. And I don't have anything to put on the screen. I should have. Maybe I could do it quickly. Let's do this. Quartet contest draw. Okay. There it is. We're going to do it now. So I've got this random number generator. By the way, a couple people just joined the contest before. If you're not entered by now, you're not in it. But go to the jazzmentl.com website, do a search for Quartet, Quartet, and there's a search box there. You'll come to the contest entry page. If you're not entered by this moment, you're not in this week's draw, but there's still 3 more to go. And you still have 3 more chances to win if you're not already on it. And let's grab our random number generator and generate a number. Da-da-da-da-da, ching-ring. And the number is, wow, it's a low number, 18. Who's 18? And the winner is Leanne Garland from the USA on piano. She's a pianist. Leanne Garland, we will be reaching out to you by email with your Quartet app download codes that you need to go to the iOS store or the Apple store and download the product. Congratulations to Leanne, and thank you for entering. And for those of you that are not entered yet, please go to jazzmentl.com and enter as soon as you can. And I'm going to play one more time on this tune. Hopefully it'll be transcription worthy. We're not sure. But if you wanted to know about the last transcription that just came in yesterday by our great transcriber, Przemek in Poland, there's a version of After You've Gone. It's 10 full pages. The details of it are on your 4th page of the sheet music download today. You have until Sunday night midnight to get 40% off. It's completely ready to go. All you have to do is throw in a few bucks, grab the transcription, use the coupon code, and grab that transcription. I listened to it. It's I don't know. How do I say this? It's thorough. I play a lot in this tune. I love the long flowing lines. I do things like this. Things like that. There's lines in there that you need to learn. There's also some bebop phrasing. It starts out rubato. There's beautiful block chords. I mean, it's just packed full of ideas that you can use for pretty much any jazz standard you want, not just After You've Gone. And if you want to support the channel and get 40% off, there you go. I threw the link in the chat area along with the coupon code, which is called After You 40. After You've Gone transcription link in chat, and there's the code on your screen, After You 40. So I'm going to play It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing in. And then after this, I'll give you my favorite Oscar Peterson lick, but listen for it. It's based on this. But it does what's called double stops like this. Things like that, where you're playing two notes at once. And I haven't actually played it yet, but I'll give you my favorite Oscar lick. Based on that, following this version of It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. Allison says, everyone should order, since both Paul and PJ, is that his name? Yeah, PJ. That's his name for short. Przemek is his actual nickname. I can't pronounce his real name. Worked so hard. We did work very, very hard on it. So thank you so much. When I got an email from Przemek when he finished it, and it took him way longer than normally it does. When I got an email, he said in the email, he said it nearly killed me. So if you're looking for a challenge and you want some licks, that's the transcription to end all transcriptions. So there you go. By the way, on the page where you actually order it, there's a video of me playing it. So you can just go and listen to it. And if you're not going to purchase it, at least go listen to it and see what you're missing out on, because there's a lot of playing going on in there. Anyway, let's try to get another transcription today. let me play this tune and see how it goes. I don't know. Not necessarily transcription worthy, but still fun. Hope you got a lot out of today's session. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. All right, let's do the end reveal. And I'll take any remaining questions or comments that you have. And Allison, thanks so much for being in my corner, and everybody else who's in my corner. I appreciate it. Rich says, that swing in hearing OP's whole band when you play this tune, so much rhythmic bounce and interplay. Yeah, with Ella on top. Thanks for the arrangement with lyrics. You're very welcome. Let's do the end reveal. So this is my favorite Oscar thing to do. Now, There's a lot of things that he would do in G minor, most of which included those types of things, but he'd also do triplets. And most of it was based on blues as well. So what I think is a good thing to do with Oscar, and one of the things that I really like is this. So you do, it's like on G minor, it's like this is the blues scale right here. So double stop on C and G. So this is the fourth and the root. And then take your third finger and bounce it up to the fifth, like this. And play them all at the same time. So this one is a little bit before this one, but not much. And then where this comes in is you do it on the whole G minor chord. Like this. So fourth, fifth, root, third. Let's do that. You hear that? That's an Oscar thing. And that's my favorite Oscar Peterson thing. Let me do it one more time. Really slowly. Here we go. Make sure you hit these two notes both times, right? So this is the first one, and then... There you go, Oscar. Speaking of which, says Allison, I hope Nancy is improving every day. She should make a guest appearance in the masterclass sometime. I will let her know. And thank you so much for those of you that are thinking of Nancy. Our dear Nancy has had the roughest year anybody could possibly imagine. It's hard on both of us, but obviously much, much harder on her. She is improving daily, and right now we're in a good place, and I want to stay here as long as we can. It's certainly not as dire as it was just even a month ago. So we are definitely trending still upward. We are not by any stretch out of the woods. We're actually going away now for a few days, and trying to get some R&R. I still have to work. I'll take a laptop with me, and I have to do what I need to do. But I appreciate your thoughts about Nancy. She is very, very obviously dear to me, and I love her greatly. And we always want the best for our loved ones, and especially spouses. So anyway, thank you for that, Allison. Much, much appreciated. And Bill says, good session. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, Pshemek's here. Hey, Paul. Hello, everyone. I'm a bit late today. Well, Pshemek, you just missed like the whole build-up of how amazing you did on the After You've Gone transcription. I think you said in your email, and maybe you could write something in the chat area about how much it killed you to actually do that transcription. Beautiful job, by the way. I listened back to it yesterday when you sent it, and it's so accurate. I don't even know how you do that. I think we've talked about that before, about how such a great job. And by the way, if anybody needs a transcriber, just shoot me an email, and Pshemek will get on it for you. It's obviously there's a cost associated with it, but we'll work it out. And I kind of have an inside track to him, so hopefully we can come up with something. So if you want something of yours transcribed, or you want something that you've heard by anyone transcribed, give me a shout and we'll see if we can work that out. Anyway, Shemek, thanks for joining us, and good work on After You've Gone. I think that does it for today. It's been a great time hanging out with you. You make my Saturday, and we will see you next Saturday. I may not be on for the full time next Saturday because of travel, but we'll see how it goes. I definitely have to come on and do the draw for quartet, but we'll see how we can kind of get something happening on Saturday. But yeah, that's the way it goes. When you're traveling, you don't know exactly how things are going to work out. But anyway, one way or another, there will be a post next Saturday for this live stream. Same time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for hanging out with me. And all you cool cats out there in Jazzland, we love you. Take care.